everybody. Welcome to Kenspiration Kitchen, where we are thankful, grateful, and blessed. It's Chef Polk. Don't forget the L. Thank you all for joining me for the birthday edition. I'm so excited. I'm beyond excited. I'm geeked. Turn up all the way. and the reason why I'm so excited is because we have some in-studio guests. We have some in-studio guests that are really, really awesome. I told you my friends are dope. My friends are absolutely dope. And so I had somebody come, okay, FYI, this is the birthday edition, so I'm really, really excited. And so my friend literally just got off the plane from Jamaica. And everything Irish?
Everything Irish.
Everything Irish. Everything. So I got some of my friends who are in the house, brought me some really, really cool stuff. She brought me some spices back, and she couldn't bring any produce. You know how they are, they kind of trip on bringing produce back. But I went to somebody's work and found some plantains. And I was hoping to find a whole red snapper, but that's kind of hard in the hood. I'm just saying. So I got some snapper, but we're gonna have some fun with that. And so because she came back, that was the inspiration for today. We're gonna have some Jamaican inspired stuff. I'm not Jamaican. Y'all know I'm from Inglewood with the E. I'm from Inglewood with the E, so it's gonna be my interpretation of what I had when I went to Jamaica. So yes, I have been to Jamaica. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna have some plantains. I think I might do some rice. I know I'm gonna do some cabbage. I might even play with this jicama. Y'all know what jicama is? Yeah, somebody knows. I got another special guest in the house. We got Layla. Yeah. One of my longtime collaborators, great friends from Bitoy Sweet Treats on the west side. But she's a south sider, but nevertheless. And so we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun. At least I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Thank you for joining. So let's see. So tell me about your trip to Jamaica, and I also got some. I got some. I don't know if I can cook island. I don't know if you can cook island food without having a pineapple. I don't know. Well, the one thing I do not have, I don't have coconut. In case y'all didn't know, I'm allergic. So, it's a really, really funny story. I'm not allergic, but I have an aversion. I have an aversion to it. So I don't rock with it. I don't lean with it or rock with it. Yeah. That part. And let's get this party started, shall we? So, as you know, we generally go with the things that are going to take the longest, the first. But I just want to hear a little bit about your trip and why you were inspired to bring me these spices back.
Well, it was an extremely last minute trip for a client who was putting together excursion for group trips, and he needed me to take photos of villas that they're possibly going to be staying in. So it was my first trip to Jamaica.
It's your first time?
It was my first time.
Oh, wow. Did you feel at home?
Yeah, as soon as I got off the plane, I felt the sun. Everybody was so pleasant, so nice.
Whoa.
The first thing they told me to yell out I got to the airport was Wagwan.
Wagwan?
Wagwan.
Okay, what does that mean?
What's going on?
Oh, hey. I guess that makes sense then, huh?
Yeah, and so, we stayed in the Grill, Jamaica, which is about an hour and a half away from Montego Bay.
Bay?
Yes.
Okay, funny story. I learned how to make jerk from Jamaican Mike, who's from Bay. Okay? This was at the Ritz-Carlton a long time ago, turn of the century. Now, Jamaican Mike has a speech impediment.
That's a lot.
It took me a year and a half to get that recipe from Jamaican Mike. So by the time I finally got the recipe, it was ingrained in my brain and I didn't even need to write it down. Because I only got like an ingredient a week.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to Jamaican Mike. Shout out to Jamaican
Yeah.
Mike. Yes, I love him to this day. We just connected. So yes. So here I have some fried plantain chips for you all to sample. And then I also have some yucca. You know what yucca is? Did you eat enough yucca when you were down there? Mm-hmm. What about you? She said, yes, give me more. So yucca, ooh, Yucca is cassava. Yucca, cassava, the terms are interchangeable. All right. So if you go to another one of those islands, you might get cassava that's smashed or yucca that's smashed, and sometimes people smash them together. You get plantains and yucca smashed together, kind of like how we do potatoes.
I never had them together.
Shut your mouth, stop
Like
it. Shut your mouth and stop your lying. So
that's
you
what
always
I'm
have
going
it
to
separate.
resort.
Yes.
And keep it separate.
And so let's talk about the plantano, okay? The plantains. Some people want it all. But at any rate, so in America we get one sad variety of bananas. These are my wife's, she uses them for smoothies. But there are lots more varieties in the banana family. And this one is called a plantain, and if we say it in here, down in the islands, they say plantano.
Or they say Maduro.
Or they say Maduro. Yeah, and so Maduro, I believe, is the sweet one.
Maduro is going to be the one that's obviously, now you're getting in my area.
Go for it.
The one that's going to be sweet.
Sweet.
So if you're looking to fry it in coconut oil,
Yes.
you want to have that sweet consistency.
I don't do coconut, but you get the point.
You want to do Maduro.
Yeah, and so, and this is the one that if you want to know more ripe or less sweet, to make to smash them and fry them and make jibaritos out of that. That's the one, the yellow one. So yay. So let's have some fun. I got my fryer already ready to go, and we're gonna play with these. I think I'm gonna smash them. Would anybody like some lime for their chips? Yes. And I'm having fun already. I haven't even started cooking, but I'm still having fun. Isn't that the point?
It's the point of life.
Yes. What you need in life is to cook. All right, and so we have some fresh herbs. Bum, 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 bum. Mic check. 1, 2. Thank you so very much. Microphone check. 1, 2. What is this? Make sure we're on and popping.
Now it's amazing how just putting a lime and that acidic totally changed the balance of ether.
I know. I need beef. Thank you so very much. Appreciate you.
All the way 360.
And that's what spices do for us. They call it the spice of life for a reason. And that's how we ended up in this country to begin with, the spice trade.
Brianna Rice, Eric Alton, and
What's
Sharon
up, cuz?
Ryder all want to say happy birthday on live.
Yay! Thank you. Those are all literally 2 cousins and a friend. Kiana was just here at the last show. So let's get going with my snapper. So what I'm going to do with my snapper is I'm going to score the skin, and then I'm going to get it seasoned with the spices that she brought me. Yay. And then we're going to let the spices rest. Or we're going to let the spices rest on the fish, and then we'll get to it a little bit later after it's had a chance to marinate. Okay? All right. I just need another little cutting board. So, did you all around the island?
I went into the mountains. I mostly stayed. I was in the mountains with the locals, hanging out. Had the best jerk chicken in the mountains. Some little.
And you didn't get it at a restaurant, I'm guessing?
Nope.
You got it on the side of a road, more than likely?
Yep, in the mountains.
Or on the, a lot of times you might get some really, really good jerk on the beach where the guy comes up. Mm-hmm. The guy comes up on the boat. I'm like, how you got a grill on the boat, bro? I don't know. I don't know. But nevertheless, that's what they do, right?
And I ate tons of callaloo. That was the first time having callaloo.
You ate tons of callaloo?
Yes.
Okay, so what you know about callaloo?
Callaloo, conch. We couldn't get conch. We couldn't get access to conch because it wasn't in season.
It was not in season. What do I care? Oh, I'm
Aki? Yes.
Aki and sawfish?
Aki and sawfish for breakfast. It was so good.
So that is something that I've never had. And I had the conch fritters, but I did not have the callaloo because I believe it is made with coconut milk.
It is steamed with coconut milk, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, I don't mess with you. Well, that's not true. But here's the thing. The funny thing about it is, with the way my version is set up, don't laugh at me. The way my version is set up, as long as I don't taste the flakes, I won't have a problem.
Now, Chef, really quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Just bringing this to the kitchen because a lot of people don't know how to properly score fish, and so can you walk the people through exactly what this process is?
All right, so
people can understand exactly.
I'm gonna move this out the way so that everybody can see. Can you see me now? All right, move this out the way so everybody can see. So here we have the skin, right? Depends on what kind of fish it is. Well, they're all gonna have skin, but the scales are not gonna be there. So all I'm going to do is make light impressions in the skin with a very, very sharp knife, right? So what's gonna happen is that's gonna keep my fish from basically curling up when I fry it. And I don't have to fry it. I could take this and put it in. I could take this, put it in some butter, some oil, or whatever the case might be. I could even put it in the oven I could put it in the broiler and broil it. I could grill and grill it. At any rate, I just want to make sure that my skin is stored before I start that process, so that it doesn't go curl up on me.
And I just wanted the people at home who are frying.
I don't want any more Larry and Curly.
They understood the difference in what we were doing here today.
Yeah. So skin on the catfish is a little bit different than the skin on the snapper. Catfish don't have scales. Their skin is a little bit more tough.
You get what I mean, right?
I get you.
People
Yeah,
don't know.
that's a little bit more tough. And y'all can eat more than catfish and salmon. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Perch, tilapia, just say no. All right, so I'm just gonna give a light score. Boop, 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 boop. Maybe it sounds a different way.
It wouldn't be you, but it had no sound effect.
I know, right? All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way we keep score. My daughter was a cheerleader. I don't know what you want me to tell you. My baby cheerleader. All right. Mic sounds nice? Check 1. Okay. All right, Miss Sweet Treats. How you been?
Excellent.
I call her the sweet queen of the West Side.
Actually, I am the sweet queen of the globe.
Of the globe. International.
Internationally, my product is international. It's not just West Side.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth and stop your.
Facility.
Where can they find you?
You can find me at O'Hare Airport, Midway Airport, the World Trade Center. You can find me at United Center.
Slow down. Slow down. Slow down for in the back. No. Did you just say World Trade Center?
You can find me in the World Trade Center.
Shut your mouth and stop your
But you
line.
probably can't go in there because that's 9/11 clearance to get into the building. So unless you have a private meeting or you work in that facility, you won't be able to get it. But if you're traveling to Chicago, you can stop into O'Hare Airport, Midway Airport. And if you
That
have
one is the meat one. That's the all-purpose.
Even in the United Center, you can find me on the VIP Premium Suite dessert part when it passes.
Yes, you got to be. Oh, you ain't. That's not down at the bottom. That's not down at the bottom level. You got to be. You got to be all the way up.
We're a luxury product, and oftentimes we're positioned where luxury brands are placed.
I love it. I told y'all my friends are dope.
But you can also visit us at www.bitoysbrands.com and get a little bit of luxury shipped out.
This your first time smelling this, right? Yes. Get your what?
You can get that luxury shipped right to your door.
Yes. Yes, y'all can go. Y'all can do all that. I just call her. Like, hey sis.
And he outside my house.
Hey sis.
What y'all
You at home?
Yeah, you at the crib? Like, I'm at the crib.
Smell that. Mmm.
Is this some coriander?
Mm-hmm. And ginger.
I smell it.
Yep. A little bit of cumino.
I definitely smell that coriander.
Yes. Woo.
You know, I do dabble.
She do dabble.
My husband from the Noya, so I know the season.
I'm waiting for that episode when he brings that indoor. I'm gonna do it for you.
Something that everybody needs to know. If you ain't sneezing, it ain't season. I just gave it to you. And I did turn my head away, family.
You did. Yes, you did. Yes. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this rest a bit. because I want those seasonings to get in there. Yeah, yeah. Hey, yo, fat fish. It's a get in there. Yeah, yeah. I crack myself up.
Kiana said we need smell-o-vision right now.
You can smell it. You can smell it. All right, so we're gonna let these rest a wee bit while that spice gets in there.
Now, Chef, if someone was making something like this at home or meal prepping, would you recommend that they season and what we call a marinade the day before, a couple of hours before? What would be your suggestion for people who
So I would definitely say, now this is more like a dry rub, right? It's a dry rub on the fish. It's not gonna take that long. If I put any acid on this, I would end up with what is called an escabeche, which is basically, okay. So if I were to take lime and put it on that fish and let it sit overnight, a little bit more, the lime is actually gonna cook the fish, right? So you wouldn't let fish marinate overnight, because if it's a true marinade, it's gonna have acid and oil. By the time you get to it the next day, it's gonna be partially, the texture's gonna change. It's not gonna be fresh fish. It's gonna be partially cooked. So that's why I'll just do a dry rub, let it sit 15, 20 minutes, and then that'll be perfectly fine. People think fish are tougher than they are. They're not tough. They're not gangster. And now I'm gonna get this cabbage going. Oh boy. I got the one I could find. Yeah, I got the biggest one I could find just because, cabbage. Even though it's not like spinach. Because spinach you can start off with this much and end up with this much. But cabbage, on the other hand, I like to mix my cabbages up. There we go. I think that's enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's the 10 cabbage commandments.
Okay, B.
Doo doo. So I like to mix mine up. Did you eat a lot of cabbage when you ate callaloo?
Yeah, a lot of callaloo. A lot of steamed vegetables.
A lot of steamed vegetables.
A lot of plantain. It's not a bok choy, they call it pak choy. So they like with the callaloo, they have pak choy.
Shut your mouth. I happen to have some bok choy. I mean, I just happen to.
Just happen to.
I just
on the south side of Chicago.
I just happen to have. I kid you not. I just happen to have some bok choy. Who does that? But I just happen to have. I just happen to have some bok choy. What they do? I literally just happen to have bok choy in my pants, and I'm just saying, it just rolls like that. Now, here's the why. Here's the why that you may or you may not know. Did you know that Jamaica has a lot of Asian influences?
I learned that when I was.
You learned that when you were down there, which is why in most people's jerk they're gonna have soy sauce. Did you know that? Yeah. And so another influence, obviously, the English influence. So I don't know which came first on that one, the chicken or the egg. But also in a lot of island cooking, you'll find tamarind, right? But another major ingredient in jerk seasoning is going to be Worcestershire sauce, which is an English sauce, but they got the spices from Jamaica. They got the spices from the islands. That's what they call them, the Spice Islands. All right, so I'm going to do a chop on my cabbages.
And I love cabbage.
Me too, especially when you kind of make it sweet and sour. If I like sweet and sour, it's the power.
I juice that.
You juice red? Shut your mouth. Stop your lying. Okay. So she's into juicing now. She's trying to get me into it. Say what?
Not now, but 15 years.
Oh wow! And that's why you stay looking so you.
I'm trying to make you.
I had one once. I think we had a Jack juicer. I don't remember who it was. And the whole counter was full of vegetables. And you're like, wait a minute. Like the whole counter was full of vegetables. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm gonna get this going, get my onions in there. And so the funny thing about cabbage is you have to add a little bit at a time, let it cook down, then add some more and let it cook down, then add some more and let it cook down. Unless you got a really big pot. And believe it or not, this is not gonna take, I think it is. Here's the reason why. It's a leaf. Need all those nutrients to stay in the leaf. All right, and you can come right on over here and get ready for your showtime. All right, and in goes the onion. Talk to me. Where my people at online?
We got Kiana is still in the building. Yeah, but she said red cabbage juice is excellent.
Red cabbage juice is, now y'all got me interested.
Hey Kiana, she know what's happening.
Now y'all got me interested. Red cabbage juice.
Ooh, it's so good.
That's only something I can make a reduction out of. That's only something I need to be reducing. Reducing and turning into some type of something else. All right. Now, get my onions in there, my onions in the pot with all these little fixings. So were you inspired to cook while you were down there?
No, I was inspired.
Not at all.
I was inspired to eat.
I'm not mad at you.
The best
I'm inspired.
beef patties I ever had, of course.
The best what?
Beef patties.
Did you only eat beef patties?
No, but I had a lot of it.
All right. In we go. And like we learned last week, or maybe you learned or you heard, we're going to let them sweat a little bit. Let them sweat a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and put some cayenne in there now. Put some cayenne and some salt in there now. There we go.
Kiana said, please make the reduction for us.
Please make the what?
Reduction. You should never say anything.
Yes. Once Miss Sweet Queen brings me, maybe when she comes on, we'll do that red cabbage. We got ourselves a show then, I guess. When you come back,
Yeah.
we're gonna have some red cabbage and who knows what else.
Next time I'm gonna get on that other side with you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, so these are going. I am going to go ahead, now that I can hear them, I'm gonna fill the whole pot up. Amber, are you a sweet person or a savory person? You got a sweet tooth?
I'm savory.
I'm not even gonna ask you.
I just like beef. If I had to choose, I think I'm a little bit more savory.
Are you?
I think we should have a full course meal balance. Everything.
So here's the funny thing is, sometimes I start with dessert.
Dessert doesn't have to
So sometimes I start with dessert before I even sit down.
It's whatever experience, culinary experience you want to create. That's the fun part of it.
There we go. Look at that. It all fit. I don't have to quit. All right, and in goes my salt. And This is the fun part. At least it's fun for me.
Here you go. Here you go. I cannot with you. You want to flex, huh? I cannot with you. Don't be trying to flex in the camera.
Shout out to Joe the builder who built my kitchen. He's like, you need a pot filler. I'm like, you know what, bro? You are absolutely right. I need a pot filler. I'm sorry. These are just things that I like to do with my, All right. So what I'm also going to put in my cabbage is I'm going to put some fresh ginger. So my cabbage may not taste like anybody else's cabbage, but that's all right, because you're in my house. Mi casa es su casa. Okay.
Did you speak Spanish and we were cooking a Jamaican?
I don't speak patois. I'm sorry. I don't speak patois. I wasn't down there enough. I spent a lot of time in Mexico, and I work in the kitchen with a lot of Mexicans, so I speak kitchen Spanglish. That goes in there, and then my peppercorn's gonna go in there. All the way turned up. All right, so then we're gonna let that do its thing in the back. I'm gonna let that do its thing in the back, and I'm gonna put a lid on it so that it can steam. Bada bing. All right. Later on, I'm going to add some lime to it. I think I'm going to put some herbs in there now. Give me a little bit of oregano in there. So in true to form fashion, I generally never know what I'm cooking before I get to cooking. Like, for example, today I was at work online. If you don't know what that means I was cooking for the people at the restaurant. Get some of these all-purpose seasonings in there. Excellent. Let's see what they got. I got to put on my reading glasses. Salt, sugar, Jamaican pimento, ginger, paprika, garlic, onion flakes, thyme, oregano, black pepper, celery. Contains no wheat. That's for you people who, think everything got gluten in it. All right. Guess what else I'm going to add to it? Just because. A little bit. I already got ginger. I'm going to put a little bit of tamarind in it. Since you said that. I know what I'm going to add. Maybe a little bit later, I might put some agave in there. We'll see. Maybe, if y'all nice. All right. Let's see, what are we going to do with these puppies?
I want to see what you're going to do with that hip.
It just hit me. It just hit me.
Oh,
it just hit me. I swear. It just hit me. What am I going to do with the jicama? You did it. It's your fault. You can't blame me. You can't blame me for these. All right, so I used to work at a restaurant, and we used to do a slaw. So that's what I'm gonna do for you. I'm gonna make you a slaw. How about that? All right. So jicama looks just like a turnip. Turn down for what? So jicama looks just like, but it can be eaten raw, which is the way we're gonna have it today. And so if you look at it, it's kind of looks like a big potato. It's a root vegetable. You got that? Right? That's what it looks like. You'll find it used quite a bit in the Caribbean, in those various islands. And the skin is very, 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 very shallow. It's a very, very thin skin. So you can peel it with a vegetable peeler. But I'm peeling it with my handy dandy knife, you dig? And I'm going to make a little slaw out of it. And my slaw is going to have those pineapples. those pineapples and lime. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And that'll go really, really good with our fish. You see? All right, so I'm going to cut this into little batons. There's that. Now, here's another trick. You do not have to do, you can just take this and put some lime juice and some jalapenos on it. I've seen that done. A little bit of salt and go for it. Have you ever had it? Have a piece. You? Of course you have. Yeah. Fresh. For 88. So if you're looking for something fresh you want to add to your salads or whatever the case might be, here's the perfect one. That's what he's here for. Island teens.
Did you have to go to like a specialty store to get the plantain and the jicama?
Yeah, I went to my buddy Pete. Pete's Fresh Market. Yeah, you can find these at any. You can find these at any Hispanic store, any store that is going to have Mexican or island things. I don't think I've ever seen it at Jewel, but I wasn't even looking, so I don't know if they have it. But I know they have it at Pete's if you're in Chicago. Because they eat a lot of very, very similar foods. So why wouldn't they? I'm glad we made a few changes. I'm starting to smell my cabbage. One thing I did not add to my cabbage yet is fat. So you mentioned that sometimes they'll put coconut stuff in things. That coconut is going to add fat with the coconut oil. So, fat equals flavor. How could you get away from it, right? Oh, I wish I had that jalapeno that we talked about. Jalapenos. Actually, I was trying to, what I couldn't find was a Scotch bonnet. So, so in Jamaica, they call it a Scotch bonnet. You know what they call it just across the river? They call it a habanero.
I just grabbed some at Mariano's today.
Yeah. You got it in your pocket?
No.
You don't have it in your pocket? What the?
Grab a few today.
What?
At Mariano's up the street.
Yeah, buddy. So there's that. We got that in there. And move you out the way so that I can get to my pineapple. I just had it. It's what happens. You know me. You've been around the block. You know what happens. The ingredients, they talk to me. They say.
Okay, so what came up? What idea?
What just happened was these island teams were over there saying, "Hey, we want to play together." So the pineapple said to the plantain. The pineapple said to the plantain, "Let's go together. Let's go steady and get in a pot." So we're going to end up caramelizing these two. Yeah, that's what's going to happen with them. We're going to get them caramelized. So we're going to have some fresh, and we're also going to have some caramelized. Cool? So I've seen people eat these. The way my system is set up, not the kid. But I have seen people do it. I'm just not that dude.
You know what we were doing a lot on the long drives was sucking on pure sugar cane.
Oh boy, your dentist is going to love you.
Just
Sucking the sugar and juice out.
Yeah, your dentist is like, oh yeah, come on in, Amber. Come on down. Oh, so when I went to, I forget what island it was, Costa Rica. If you get a chance to go to Costa Rica, please make sure you get the fresh pineapple. And so those pineapples don't leave Costa Rica. I'm gonna let that sink in. Just like that rum, don't leave Jamaica. Those pineapples, they don't leave Costa Rica. So they send us some. The ones they send us are not ripe. They ripen on the way to us, but they aren't ripe. All right, and in we go. In we go. You know what I wish I had you right about now? I wish I had your juicer to juice this, but it's okay. You know what I wish I had? Do I have a red pepper? If I had a red pepper, I think I'm gonna put it in this slaw. And it's about time for me to go give that a stir. I'm going to put some chives in it for my onion. All right, that's chicken, that's seafood. There we go, all purpose. A little bit. And we're gonna get some lime zest in there. And I think we talked last time to some people about what zest was. So zest is the outer rind of any citrus. Any citrus that you want to use, the outside part is going to have a lot of flavor and oil. You get in there. Excelente. And in goes the lime juice afterwards. So a lot of people on Lenten, and some people just came off of it. A lot of people eat a lot of vegetable things. This will be one of those cool vegetable things that you could have that wouldn't cause you any problems. OBKB, let's see where we are. Oh, I smell them already. They're starting to cook down. All right, so it's at this point that I'm going to add another round. I'm going to add another round of salt at this point and some black pepper. And now, just toss a little bit. So this is going to be very, very fresh. Very, very fresh salad. And what's going to happen is the salt is going to cause the pineapple to release its sugar, which is a trick. It's a culinary trick. So I want you to taste it now, right? And then we're going to come back later and taste it after it's had a chance to after it's had a chance to marinate and do what it's got to do. Cool?
Cool.
Cool. There's that. Thank you. I'll get you some too. There's that. And still needs the pepper. Maybe I have, so. I know what I want. Coriander.
I love coriander.
Oh.
Sleep on it.
People be sleep on that.
That's how I knew I smelled it right when you
Right when I opened it.
put that seasoning. I was like, that's coriander.
So coriander is one of my favorite spices. My favorite spice is cardamom, oddly enough. Did you smell that? Can you smell that?
Ooh,
Yeah, there you go.
this is very light and refreshing.
All right, so we're gonna let that sit right there and do its thing. Those are doing what they gotta do. All right, get you a wipe off, homie, right here. All right. We're gonna go with these. We're gonna go with the Maduros. One and two. Easy peel. Easy peel. Right down the spine. Green ones are not so easy.
A trick I learned when I was in Jamaica, if you did fry your Maduro, you could leave the skin open,
Uh-huh.
and you can put them on the skin to drain.
Shut your mouth, stop your lying. Huh?
That's not a lie at all. Fun fact.
It's a fun fact.
Yeah. You can use all parts of food is meant to be used. Or most of it.
Yeah, buddy. You guys. So you started doing more cooking at home, right? How's that going?
It's going.
It's going?
I'm the president of two major chefs. It's going.
Oh, well, we ain't always
I'm
chefs.
starving, you know.
Yeah, we not that. We not that. I'm at home. I mean,
And actually, I'm not a chef at all. Not
she like, don't put that. She said, don't put that on me.
I mean, you know how we always have this debate, right? And you like, sis, you a chef, and I'm like, respect. And then he always comes back and is like, what you doing in the industry, you're a chef.
Yes. Do you create recipes?
I
Do you command the kitchen?
do. Several of them.
Do you have people under your watch?
Several of them.
Okay. So, I try not to get into this debate with people.
Because people are so, you know, and I'm like, I don't want to disrespect people.
And the other people, and there are other people who don't mind disrespecting. They're calling themselves chefs that have never worked in the kitchen. So, I mean, you got that. It's like in order to become a doctor, you have to be made by a doctor. Doctors make doctors. In order to be an attorney, you have to pass a bar exam who is set up by who? Attorneys. So how then can one say that they're a chef if they've never been chefed, for lack of better words? I don't know. And I don't mind being called a cook because I am one. Like even at the restaurant, people are like, are you the cook? No, I'm not the cook today. I did not cook anything you see. I created the recipes, but today I'm the chef because I'm not, I mean, sometimes when the chef and the cook, I'm always a cook.
I think you just educated people on what the real difference is between a cook and a chef. And
Yes.
people interchange the terms.
So a cook is a person who is in command of a kitchen. You have other cooks under you. If you the top and the bottom, If you, I don't know. I don't know how that works because that's not my life. I've been cussed out in Japanese, French, Spanish, German. You understand what I'm saying? Like I know all of the curse words. I had to learn how to move faster and blah 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 blah. That's my life story. So yeah, I don't have the other one. So that's not my problem. But I know for a fact that chefs are made. Culinary school does not make chefs. They make culinary graduates.
There you go. 'Cause I get them out of culinary school and they don't even know how to measure sugar. They're like, is it packed or not packed? I'm like,
I don't even know what to tell you, right? I don't know what to tell you. All right, so that's going. So we're about to get these ready to go in. And I need some azúcar. No, I'm not. I'm gonna caramelize them with the agave syrup. That's what we're gonna do with that. Why? So we can keep it simple.
And you already put a little sweetness on the cabbage too.
All right, and my fryer is ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is get my mix ready for my fish. Actually, what do I want? I think I want a long one.
Now, Chef, tell the people what kind of oil that you typically use when you fry fish.
So some people use peanut oil, some people use canola oil, some people use corn oil.
Some people use Crisco.
And some people use Crisco. Crisco is shortening.
I didn't say I use it. I'm just saying.
Some people use Crisco. Crisco is a brand of hydrogenated shortening, aka the reason why they call it shortening is because it's hydrogenated oil. If you don't know what hydrogenated means, they basically took hydrogen and they basically put it through a centrifuge, which makes it spin really, really fast so it can stick together at room temperature. That's what it is. Here's the problem with that. It's going to stick to you. The problem is it's going to stick to you. If it is solid at room temperature, it's going to be solid in you.
Now, the oil that you talked about, we talk about this a lot in kitchen spaces. You know, not every oil is meant to be used at a certain heat because it does release.
It will break down.
And it breaks down. Can you talk to educate people a little bit about that so that as people are cooking at home, they can be educated on what they're consuming?
All right, so one of those things would be like olive oil is not meant for deep fat frying. Olive oil is meant for light or lighter heat applications. So there's this thing called smoke point, flash point, right? Which oils are going to sustain at higher temperatures, right? So corn oil is a very high temperature fat. Soybean oil, which is a very high temperature fat. Coconut oil can be sustained. Most animal fats, like lard, can be sustained. All right, Dougie Fresh. It's time to get these puppies in. So you want to pick an oil that can be sustained at higher temperatures. Canola oil is one of those. Do not use olive oil for deep fat frying. Please don't.
Can you also talk to people after they have cooked oil, and if you grew up here in Chicago, I'm sure in somebody's kitchen or my grandma's kitchen, we have that oil can or that oil.
Yes, that will not. You can't keep that. You can't keep that forever, ever. Because what will happen is that oil will go rancid.
There you go.
And you don't want that problem.
Just some fun facts for people.
You don't want that problem. And now I'm going to put there we go, my seafood spices in there. So what I added to this, I added some cornstarch and some flour. And that's what we're going to use to fry our fish with. Cool?
Yes.
And now you're about to get this 1-2 punch.
And can you tell them why you added a little bit of the cornstarch to give that extra crunch?
You just told them.
At home, and you do not know flour alone is not going to give you that extra crunch.
Yep. So we get that in there. And those are going to start to cook down. And now I'm about to get my fish ready to go.
Now, Chef.
Yes, ma'am.
If they're frying something, you didn't see any egg wash, any egg
I don't need it.
Talk to the people about
So here's what's going to happen. The cornstarch itself is going to cause an adherence. So I'm going to be able to adhere to my fish nicely with my cornstarch. I don't need any egg. Egg is going to make it gummy. My fish is already wet, so I already have moisture. If I'm dealing with something that's dry, which hopefully you are not, there we go. 1 fish, 2 fish, so I do not crowd my fryer.
Sharon Fryer, she said,
Hey, cuz.
she said, you know, I put olive oil in my cabbage, wondering if that's okay.
That is absolutely okay. And it's healthy for you. We want you to stay around for a long, long time. You could also put coconut oil in it. But towards the end of my cooking process, I'm going to put some good old-fashioned butter because it's what I have. All right. Move this out the way until those are ready. Look at that. They're already starting to caramelize and I've not done anything.
Beautiful.
I've done next to nothing. Now we're going to turn it up. Now we're going to turn it up and we're going to hit it off with some vanilla. Vanilla, agave. Did you see this coming?
I knew that was I knew she was coming.
You knew that? Can you take the plastic off of that for me?
Best way to caramelize is with what?
Cumino, coriander.
That's when you're gonna offset this.
Coriander, cinnamon. Cinnamon. My secret ingredient from the islands. Now, here's the trick, so I don't burn my house down. One of 2 things needs to occur. You either need to A, add your alcohol off of the fire or turn the fire down. Lest you be calling Fire Marshal Bill. Talk about, let me show you something.
Ladies, if you are cooking at home,
Pull that hair back. All of that. Make all those preparations beforehand.
Give you some real life safety tips.
Yes. We're all about safety around these here parts.
Leo the King 187 said, what about grapeseed oil, chef?
What about grapeseed oil? Very, very high, very high smoke point. So yes. So you can use that for sautéing.
So I don't want to, be a wet blanket, but I read a lot of how they saying seed oil is not really good for us. Is that just, what's your thoughts on that?
Okay, so you can find a negative for everything.
Right.
We shouldn't be frying at all.
As a deep fryer is frying.
You shouldn't be frying at all is what they're going to tell you. Don't fry nothing. Like, okay, I won't fry anything.
typically nut and fruit oils are going to healthy fat.
Okay.
So just like when they tell you, like, you gotta have healthy fat, eat avocado.
Avocado.
As opposed to, like, eating 3 pounds of bacon. Okay.
3 pounds of bacon?
So,
How did you telling my secrets?
Okay.
So like if I do olive oil, typically olive oil is great when you make salads.
Yes.
And dressings, if you're not using something that would have a high
Or a quick cook. A quick saute.
like a shrimp bowl, like a
Yes.
Okay.
Like that, where it's not going to be sitting on the oil, it's not going to be sitting on the heat for 25 minutes.
Got you.
Like, for example, I can do a patted out chicken breast that's pounded out that's about this thin. I cannot do a bone-in chicken breast. It's going to take me 15 minutes to cook.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of
And that's why she learned about things like with olive oil, put their hands in the meat, so you can get oil is burning. For your chicken breast or something like that. It's like, hey, why is it so dark? Because that particular oil is not designed for that type of thing.
All right. And last, I sure the heck did. Yeah. And I got one more trick for you. You call it the safe room? Which saute, which pan do I want to use? Time check. 2 minutes, Dougie Fresh. See if I can make this sauce in 2 minutes. I gotta make a sauce in 2 minutes. 2 minute sauce. I need some onions for that. Can he do it? Can he do it, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, you can.
I can do all things. Let this be. I knew it. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Did y'all see my post? I said, giving honor to God who's the head of my life. I was testifying. I was testifying.
If you notice, he made this meal very simple, not a lot of processed ingredients. Outside of us laughing and joking, it would have been very quicker to even make or prep.
So something like this probably would take, what, 30 minutes?
Yep.
Yeah, about 30 minutes. It's also a good way to engage your family. So if you have kids or spouses, coming over, you can all help with it.
So these are staples that you probably need to have.
I would say 14. I would usually have like play things just like sitting around the house. Or like box toys. Like somebody here got like box
I mean, I'm just saying. I just happen to have some bok choy around the crib. I feel like I'm being hated on right now. I feel like so much hate.
Chef Cannon do a whole segment on how to prep and store your vegetables. Oh, I need to. That's another thing. Like a lot of stuff cook like I actually do with onions. That's why I use like red onion versus like some of those.
All right.
That's a good idea.
Ken, I want you to do that for the people. You hear that, Ken?
Add that to the list.
I done signed you with a
Add that to the list. All right, we can move this out the way. It's about time to get plated up.
so delicious.
About time to get plated up. So my
Spencer says, how do you keep from breaking your sauces? Sauces and gravies have been my biggest.
is that Spencer for hire? So Spence, the way you keep from breaking your sauces and gravy is stop cooking them. So stronger fat, stop cooking. Literally, that's the trick. That's gonna go there. And in goes my little bit of tamarind. And that's gonna thicken up. That's gonna thicken up, and I'm gonna hit that off with a little bit of lime. And it won't be long. Those are done. All right. Yeah, buddy. My fish have sufficiently drained.
Come on, crunch. Look at that crunch. That cornstarch crunch.
Hee. She's a whole foodie, but she is my whole sister.
Number one cheerleader.
Right, that's my whole sister right over there. Then we got that. Well, hello there. Get a little bit of cayenne in there. All right, now we're gonna get some of this young cabbage on the plate. Try not to burn my little hands off.
Let's be safe.
Leo the King, 187 said, "Is the tomahawk coming next?"
They know me. They know me very well. They know me very well. And the jicama slaw, which we're going to use the world's cutest tongs. It's it's the world's cutest tongs.
Amazing, chef. It smells good. People on the phone can't see how these textures and flavors all really come
Kiana
together.
said, "I need a plate."
Yes, and there we have it. So we have our caramelized maduros with the Jamaican rum. We have our jicama salad with fresh pineapples. We have our red snapper. Have a red snapper with a little bit of tamarind sauce and a jicama slaw, obviously. And we have our steamed/stewed cabbage. And I think we got some island things to eat. Yes, let me get you guys some forks so we can dig in. Forks, and I need another plate. Actually, yep, forks, and we need another plate so you guys can dig in. How about this? I'm gonna make you a plate. Cool?
Just a small plate.
Small portions?
Yes, sir.
All right, small portions.
Here come on with the sound effects. Perfect.
Doot, doot. Doot. And then we're going to put a few of these over here.
You can put more.
I can put more of these. Oh, I could put more of these over there, huh? Okay.
Good. Yep.
All right, more of those. Make sure you get a pineapple or 3.
That's good. That is good. And then I will put some.
Oh, okay, okay. Where you at on the hunger scale? That look just said, run it. Yes, we're gonna get some of the slaw up there. I'm actually use the world's cutest tongs for this. Yes. Do-do-do-do-do. I know, right? 2 vegetables. Who does that?
Chef Ken.
Has anybody been Kenspired? I know I have.
I have. I want to see that plantain French toast coming.
There you are. Did I get you a fork already?
No, sir. I would need one, please. Thank you.
There you are, madam.
Yum, yum, yum. I gotta take two. Can I get a fork?
Absolutely. I had a fork for you. I don't know what I did with it.
I'm going to start in with this.
Kenspiration Kitchens. There you are. And you don't even know where to start? Begin at the beginning. Start whatever speaks to your soul. Whatever says, hey. Whatever says, hey, me.
Texture of that fish. Get in there.
Yeah. How's that working out for you, AMG? Mm-hmm.
That pineapple slapping. Delicious.
Yes.
Oh
We still rolling?
I like the sauce on the fish. It balances.
Thank you. I feel like that sauce could use some rum. Let's do that. We call this the after party. Yeah, we're going to call this the after party, shall we?
This is not available at the restaurant.
Don't even try it.
The textures, you just can't explain it. A little bit of crunch. It's a little bit of fullness from the salad. I can't explain it. You just have to be here.
How you doing over there, AMG?
A lot of flavor on it.
A lot of flavor on what? On that plate?
Did you put the rum over the plantain?
Yeah.
I did.
Oh my God. That's what I think.
The Maduro. How you say it? Got flavor. Maduro. Which is sweeter than the green. The green is not like it. Okay. Y'all is cheering to me. This how I eat. This fish is on point.
I was about to say, you get the red pepper too?
They get the what?
The red pepper cookie?
Mm-hmm. Told you my homie Pete. Pete came through today. I thought I was gonna go to Bob.
And I love cooked pineapple.
I thought I was gonna hook up with Bob today, but I didn't make it to see Bob today. Bob Mariano's. So now, did you see the flavor change
Yep.
in the jicama slaw? Mm-hmm. Oh man. Ho, ho, ho. I didn't even hit that with any agave.
Delicious. Kiana said plantain French toast sounds good. Sounds amazing.
Maduros?
Yeah, the Maduro.
Who said that sounds great?
Maduro rum. Ooh.
Warm it up, chef.
I'm about to.
And I love snapper because it's a thicker fish. Yep.
Is that Russell out here playing? Do we still need it?
Ooh, we can take the dishes with the agave on it.
You thought that was something. Watch this.
You adding more rum to the sauce?
Yeah, I did. Watch this.
I'm just trying not to be a pig.
It's okay.
I had to slap mine on that little dip off. Yeah, let me put a little dip in. I'm a gravy kind of girl. Just slap all mine together. You know what I mean? Ooh, taste that rum.
Every
I'll give you a little cherry on it.
I know, right?
oh man, the cabbage ain't too bad either. Man,
I didn't know we were gonna use one with the tamarind in there, but it all
it works.
came together.
Cause it works.
I didn't know what. Did we make enough for KK?
Absolutely. You see these fish over here frying?
Saying that you're logging the podcast.
Key, key.
Maybe one day you'll be able to sit here and get one of these meals.
Yeah, I didn't even do all the rest of that stuff. Ready to close out? All right. So make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the share button, tell all your friends that they can get. Hopefully somebody's been inspired today by what we did. Keep in mind, if you're in studio, you don't just get what you see, but you get the party and then the after party. So I might keep cooking, but we got to cut this off. You never know what happens when you're in studio. So but by all means, you can sign up to be an in-studio guest. You have to be vetted to come in the studio by security task force, aka Dylan. Yeah. Background check. He's gonna take a blood sample. I'm just kidding. He might. But at any rate, thank you for joining us for the birthday edition of Kenspiration Kitchen. Shout out to Russ Soul, who's performing somewhere. You can find that in the lower thirds. That's the music you heard in the background. Shout out to AMG for bringing my Kenspiration spice today. Shout out to my sister Layla Bitoy from Bitoy Sweet Treats, the sweet treat queen of the world.
I was just happy to be here.
I'm just happy you are here with all of the tasty tips and tricks and tidbits. And shout out to you for joining us. Love you. Peace. Goodbye.
Is that a wrap?
If it wasn't, it is now. Federico! Man, I thought you was going to be over here with us, man. You over there chilling with your feet up.